and welcome back to my reading channel. So today I thought I would do the mid-year book freak out tag. I hate that we still call it that. It just seems pretty just weird. I don't know, what a weird freak out. I'm not freaking out, I'm just reading and I'm trying to update everybody on how my reading year's been going now that we're halfway through. So today is July 8th and I have read 33 books so far. My goal is 66, so I'm 50% the way through. So I'm one book behind schedule according to my Storygraph account, which honestly, pretty good. I definitely feel like I get more reading done in the winter just because there's more rainy, snowy, cold days. And I'm I don't really want to do anything. But for whatever reason, this January, I read so many books and I have not been able to even come anywhere near that number since then. Which is just kind of weird. So I kind of feel my numbers thrown off, but whatever. It doesn't really matter about the number of books you read. It's all about quantity or quality. Okay, yeah, quality. And honestly, I think I've been doing pretty well this year. I've read a little bit out of my comfort zone because I've been reading some book club books I wouldn't normally pick up, reading books people have given me, things like that, which has been kind of fun just to go into a book I didn't really know much about because it wasn't something that I've been looking forward to reading in any way. Overall, my reading year so far has been pretty good. I'm very happy with how it's been going, I would say. Best book you've read so far in 2022. So for this prompt, I have two different ones. The first one, No Animal by Ella Baxter. Young woman whose family owns a funeral home. Some very traumatic, sad things happen to her life on top of just the sadness of dealing with dead bodies every day because she does the makeup and prepares the bodies for the funeral. Yeah, so some more super sad stuff happens. She tries to do anything and everything to numb her feelings and just kind of get out of her head back into the physical world. Her vice, I guess you could say, is sex and just physical touch, physical interactions with, I would say, specifically strangers. And yes, and then she starts to ponder and think about what other people use, how some people it's alcohol, drugs, gambling, whatever, and hers just happens to be, why do I keep going out of focus? I don't know. I feel my camera's pretty mad at me right now. Can't even lie to you. Did that literally do anything? Don't really know. But yeah, so I don't know. It was just a really, really good, sad, deep, dark, very reflective, introspective book about a young girl trying to just figure out how to, I would say, cope with the world, honestly. So highly recommend, but again, look up trigger warnings for honestly any of these books that I talk about today because some of them are pretty dark and I don't want to recommend you something that you're not really in an emotional state to read. But yes, very much love that one. This one I got from the library and I'm so upset I don't own it, but I definitely think I'll buy it eventually, and it's called Never Get It Back by Cara Blue Adams. It's a short story collection, again, following a young girl, at different blips in her life. Just living. I would say she's a little sad sometimes, so happy other times. Just perfect. Very relatable, at least for me. I was oh my god. And yes, I loved it so much. So if you're looking to get into short story collections at all, like I said, I loved that one and I would recommend. So might be a good place to start for you because I would say it's literary, but not to the point of me sitting there constantly being what the fuck is going on? What am I reading? Or what's the point? I never really felt like that when I was reading that. So yes. Okay, the next prompt. Best sequel you've read so far this year? I think I've only read a couple. I'm not a big sequel girl. I feel a lot of sequels are usually fantasy books. I don't even know. I just haven't really read a lot of series, I wouldn't say, but I have read a little, what do you call it when there's only 2 books in the little series? I don't even know. But yes, Hook, Line, and Sinker is the second book in the Bellinger Sister series by Tessa Bailey. It's like, the first one's called like It Happened One Summer. It's like these two sisters, rich bitches from LA, moved to some like coastal fishing town in like Oregon or Washington, somewhere like up the coast, and they fall in love with these like big fishermen, and it's like honestly like so cute, spicy, perfect, fun, and yeah, no, love them both. But yeah, that's the best sequel because it's really, I think, only like one of like 2 or 3, so don't have much to choose from, but I did enjoy it very much. Gave it 5 stars. A new release you haven't read yet but want to. This one I've actually wanted to buy like multiple times. It's called Groundskeeping by Lee Cole. And what I've gathered from reading about it, I haven't heard, I don't think like anyone talk about it, honestly, but like I've read like the little blurbs and like the synopsis like multiple times because I don't know what it is. I just like something keeps making me come back to this book as like I really want to read it. It's about like this boy. I don't remember if he's like poor. I think he's like poor or just like a little bit less like lucky in life. Is a groundskeeper at this college in Appalachia. Falls in love or like gets involved with this woman who I think she's like getting her doctorate, a little bit more well-to-do, a little bit more here, I think it's a little bit more here, like in society standards. And I think it's just about like their little love story and their drama and like where they fit into each other's lives and like how can it work because we're so different. And like definitely not a romance, but I think some sort of a literary romance type, maybe like a normal people situation, like something like that is kind of like what I'm gathering from reading about it. But like I said, haven't read it, so like don't really know. And then, oh my god, I have 3 to talk about. The other one is called Send Nudes by Saba Sands. It's another short story collection. Love the cover. Love the cover so much. Like, please look at the cover. Maybe I'll like put it here. But yes, please look at the cover. Beautiful. I think it's again just like another short story collection about a bunch of just like women, but I think specifically like young adult girls figuring it out. Like I think like a lot of like early 20s. But not sure. But yes, look at the cover, just like please. I don't know why I love it. It's just perfect. I don't know. Okay. The other one I've actually heard a lot about. I like halfway listened to the Stacks podcast about it. I've seen it in a lot of places actually now. It's called Night Crawling by Layla Motley. I think it's about a young black woman or girl living in like Oakland, California, doing life. Heard it's pretty sad, pretty traumatic. That's all I really know about it right now. Love the cover again. Love the cover. So I'm very excited for that one. I want to say it like just came out like recently, and I think that's why like all of a sudden I've like heard tons and tons of about it lately. Is because it like just came out. I'm pretty sure. So sorry. Hold on 1 second. Give me 3. Okay. Most anticipated release for the second half of the year. This is a little bit harder for me to come up with because it's like I pay attention to like new releases in a sense, like a little bit when I don't know, like when I like hear about new books that are coming out, or like I'm signed up for a lot of like newsletters and like emails being like, oh, this is what's coming out like next month or in the next 2 months. But like when it comes to like what's coming out in like September, October, and it's only July, I'm out here just like not knowing anything. Unless if it's just like some huge book or like a book that I personally like picked out as like last year was like Sally Rooney, or like I don't like the sequel to Ninth House, I think was supposed to come out this year, but I think it's actually coming out next year. But like I said, like I'm on it because I'm waiting for it. I feel like there aren't a lot of books that I'm like waiting to come out because I have so many books that I haven't fucking read yet. So I don't really know. Like when it comes to like paying attention to like new releases, when they're too far out, I don't really know. But I did find this one, which I actually think comes out this month, but I'm counting it because July is the 7th month, so it's on the back end of the year, so I'm counting it. And it's called Big Girl by Mecca Jamila Sullivan. But it says, growing up in a rapidly changing Harlem, 8-year-old Malaya hates when her mother drags her to Weight Watchers meetings. Oh, so it's about a young girl. I didn't even know that. Like a child, not like a grown-up. She'd rather paint alone in her bedroom or enjoy forbidden street foods with her father. For Malaya, the pressures of her predominantly white Upper East Side prep school are relentless, as are the expectations passed down from her painfully proper mother and sharp-tongued grandmother. As she comes of age in the 1990s, she finds solace in the music of Baby Smalls and Aliyah, but her weight continues to climb, until a family tragedy forces her to face the source of her hunger, ultimately shattering her inherited stigma surrounding women's bodies and embracing her own desire. Written with vibrant lyricism, shot through with tenderness, Big Girl announces Sullivan as an urgent and vital voice in contemporary fiction. It just sounds like a very, like, I don't know, like a very, like a book that's gonna, like, stick with me and, like, live in my heart. Like one of those, like, I could cry when reading it kind of books. And so, yeah. Oh, goodness. Biggest disappointment, Devil House by John Darnielle. Okay, got it from the library. So happy I did. I was really annoyed because I picked it up thinking it was going to be like a horror, gross Stephen King, like old Stephen King, like gross, nasty, scary. And I got like, I don't even know what the fuck I read. It was like every section, like I couldn't even tell you like who was telling the story or who was talking, what was going on. It was sort of about this murder that maybe might have happened in this like old porn adult store, but like it's called Devil House, but I don't fucking know. Like honestly, it's so fucking stupid. Like if you're into some literary horror, maybe you'll understand and I'm just dumb as hell, but like I did not enjoy my time at that, and I was so sad because I was very excited because again, I love the cover. I'm a big pick it up because I love the cover, which I feel like most people are, so like you can't lie to me about it. Like I know a lot of people are like that, but like yeah, like truly didn't enjoy. So you should probably read reviews, make sure you read the synopsis, maybe read the blurbs even. Just like read everything you can about it before you fucking pick it up, okay? Because it's a long ass book to be sitting there like I was, like when is it gonna be over? So yeah, didn't really like that one. This one, biggest surprise, I got it on NetGalley as an ebook, and it's called The Couple at Number 9 by Claire Douglas. I was very surprised because it's like a thriller, sort of like a domestic thriller is I think like how it was like marketed. And I was kind of like, okay, like domestic thrillers like are not really my vibe, or like they haven't been for like years. Like I think once I read like 5 or 6, I was kind of like, okay, so like what now? And nothing was like giving me any sort of anything different. So I feel like I just kind of like stopped reading them. But I read the little blurb, or like the synopsis, I keep calling it blurb, but the synopsis on Goodreads, or not Goodreads, oh my frick, on NetGalley, and was like, oh, this kind of sounds like pretty good. And yeah, like loved it. But I would definitely call it more of like a mystery than a thriller. Like I was not thrilled. I wasn't like, oh, scary. It was more like, oh my god, like who did this? What happened? How did it happen? Who are you? What is this? Way less like drama. So we're following like a couple who moves into like, I want to say like the house her mom grew up in, so like her grandma's house that like she still owns, moves in there. They find dead bodies in the backyard when they start doing some yard work, and I don't even know. There's just some crazy stuff that happens, and I thought it was like very good. So if you're looking for a thriller or some sort of like mystery, I hate to call it a thriller, but like that's how they marketed it, but some sort of like darker, like a mystery type, whatever, I would definitely try this one out. Like I really enjoyed it, and like I said, I've been a little bit skeptical about thrillers this year in the last like couple years, so you should definitely try that one out. Favorite debut author or new to you author? I chose Lillian Fishman. I finished Acts of Service in June, I think, and really liked it. I think just her voice has just like a place to go, a place to be in this world. Like I could definitely see myself like continuing to pick up what she puts out. I feel like everyone's read Acts of Service now, but it's like this girl somehow, some way gets involved with this couple for having sex. She starts having sex with them, but then we all find out that like they work together and like he's married to this other person. Very dramatic, very dramatic. There's a lot going on. I saw somebody like compared to 50 Shades of Grey, but like queer, and it was like, you're not wrong. But it was very good. So can't wait to see what else she has for us. Newest fictional crush. He is the chef in Cleopatra and Frankenstein. I don't know. I just remember him being like a big sweetheart, and like I just feel like I felt for him so much. I was like, you just seem like perfect. Like you would be so nice to the person you're dating and just so sweet and like perfect. And yeah. Newest favorite character. Another one from Cleopatra and Frankenstein. Cleo, our main girl. What a sad ass bitch. She is so fucking sad. And like I was like, the whole time I was like, are you kidding? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? And I just like fell in love with her. Like I just love her. Like truly, 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 really liked her a lot. So yeah. A book that made me cry. I remember crying in You Never Get It Back by Cara Blue Adams, the short story collection I talked about earlier. I remember I could have read or cried more during like different stories, but I specifically remember crying during, there's like a very short little blip of a story about her like losing her dog, about our main character losing her dog, and just like crying. So my childhood dog is now, he turns 18 this year, so he's very old and crunchy, and like he needs a lot of help, and like basically my little brother, you know what I mean? Like he's been around since I was in like 3rd grade, so like he's like my bestie, and I just love him so much. And I was like, bitch, you're fucking kidding, because I feel like that book of like short stories just came to me at like the perfect time of like, I'm in my mid-20s, like not really early 20s anymore, not late 20s, like I'm just kind of like, I feel like starting to get a grasp on like what being an adult like could feel like, or like is, or like could be for me. And like I just feel like that book, I was like, it was like right in the perfect transition of like, so I don't know, just really got to me, I'll say that. A book that made me happy, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I've read a few different like essay collections, or like essay collections, that's all I have to say, that made me laugh, a little bit funnier, which I haven't gotten out of essay collections in the past, but this year I kind of discovered that they could be a little bit more funny, a little bit more humorous. And one of those was I'll Tell You in Person by Chloe Caldwell. Don't really know who Chloe Caldwell is, but I just know that she was some girl living in New York City, went on a lot of adventures, just kind of like funny, but also like heartwarming and relatable, but like pretty funny. So, I mean, happy and funny are not the same fucking thing, but there you go. That's my answer. Or I guess you could say the Bellinger series. Like, truly, like those were like pretty good. Can't even lie. Just pretty like happy-go-lucky, like, I don't know, little bubblegum for the brain in a good way. Most beautiful book you bought this year or received? So I'm gonna say No Animal by Ella Baxter, but the pink cover with the girl in like the ocean or like the body of water. Love that one. This one I didn't buy or receive, but I bought it from the library, and it's called Obit by Victoria Chang. It's a collection of poems about death and grieving, and they're all told in the style of like obituaries, but like about just like random things. And like the cover of the book is like, I'm sure I'll show you, but it's like this purpley pink with like pictures and like newspaper obituaries, but of like the same person, which I think it's the author, but I'm not sure. Very pretty to me, and I love the typeface. So there you go. I have no idea when that stopped recording, but it stopped recording. Hopefully you got to hear about the authors, my authors that I should read this year list. If you didn't, I'm so sorry, but I will not be re-saying them. I did not realize that my camera just like shut off, but it's all right. But anyways, yes, 2022 has been the year of me not relaxing, but like really wanting to. I've been really trying to make myself just like let life come and go as it does, do what I want and what's going to make me feel good about myself and what I'm doing and what I want. And I feel like there is this sense of like, I really want to figure out what I want. For some reason, I'm just really like, oh my God, but like, I want to know. And I want to know what I want. But like, I can't trust myself to choose any fucking thing ever. So we're really trying though, okay? So like, yes, I moved out. I'm in the house now, sort of. So like I've been sleeping here, my bed here, my books are here, my makeup's here. A lot of my shit is here, but like my dresser is still not put together correctly. My couch and my living room chair are not here. I don't have TV. Just like random stuff like that. But like that's not the end of the world. But yeah, I do think moving out is gonna help me figure out what I want, or I hope at least just give me the space to like not feel like I need to want anything. Because I do think like a big part of like growing up is like just feeling like you like need or should want certain things. And not that I don't want certain things, but like I don't know if I want them. How do I know? I'm only 25. Like how do I know that that's what I want? I feel like I'm going through a lot of like trusting myself. Like there's a lot of like, well, how do I know? How do I know this house is like what I should or am supposed to be doing? Like I'm a big, and I feel like I have that in my whole life, I love a rule, I love a guideline, I love so you're gonna do this, so then you can do these things after. And I feel like once you hit like college, or like college age in general, there's just a lot of like, you're 18, you can do whatever you want, and there is no right or wrong, because people have done so many different things. And like I think I'm getting to the point though where a lot of people in my life, and I feel like it's been like this for a while now, where people are just kind of like verging off from like this, we're all here and now everybody's just doing so many different things that I'm like, I just don't really know what I'm feeling or like what I want, and I wish I could just like relax. So yes, I think the rest of 2022, now that I'm moved in and stuff, it's gonna be the year of relaxation, fun, happiness, and honestly just like working on myself. Like I want to be a better person. Like I really just want to be a happier person. I want to be a person that I want to be around, I guess. I think I'm going through a lot of like, I don't even like myself for whatever reason right now, and I would love to love myself again. And I would say more like mentally. Like I don't think a lot of my issues are like body related right this second, even though they happened in the past, but like not right now. I think I'm definitely more focused on like, I want to love who I am as like a soul and like as a person. I know it sounds so corny, but I do think 2022 is just gonna be the year of just like exploring just like who I am, and like being a better friend, a better daughter, a better sister, a better coworker, a better book club member, a better person. And not really sure what that means yet, but I think I'll figure it out. And yeah, that concludes my mid-year check-in freak out tag. Okay, well, yes, goodbye everyone.